I'm Tammy Leitner, and you're watching a CBS 5 Investigate special, Toxic Secrets. Steve House and his fellow soldiers are all sick, they say because they buried Agent Orange years ago. But we found they're not the only ones that are sick. In the small village where the base is located, we found a reoccurring problem. Children sick with leukemia. 12-year-old Dahi Bong writes poetry about flowers and trees and hope. She hopes to go back to school and hopes to play with her friends. But most of all, she hopes she won't have to go back to the hospital.
살고 싶다는 이야기를 하더라고요.
She would cry and just say she wants to live.
I'm so sorry.
Pon Suk Kim takes her daughter to the hospital every other week to be treated for leukemia.
I don't know what to do.
Kim's daughter got sick in 2006 when the family lived in this apartment complex across the street from Camp Carroll.
When my daughter got sick, I had no idea. Now that the defoliant issue is here, I feel like it may be the reason my daughter is sick.
Since allegations surfaced that American soldiers buried Agent Orange on this military base, the small village of Wegwan has been thrust into the middle of an international controversy. And residents worry they've been exposed for years.
I am concerned for the people of our county.
Chairman Kyung-ho Kwok says he's seen a high number of unexplained illnesses in his county.
The
stream near the base leads to the Nakdong River. So I believe that if the Agent Orange is buried there, it could have caused illnesses.
He says the county is conducting their own investigation because he believes the U.S. military has not been forthcoming. But this father, Song-chul Park, says he doesn't need test results to tell him what he already knows. Both his sons are sick.
I wish this tragedy had never happened.
Park's oldest son, Young Bum, has autism, and his 13-year-old son, Young Wook, has leukemia.
I want to play with my friends without any worry.
Young Wook spends his days in front of the television or on the computer. He doesn't have many visitors because of the risk of germs.
What's this?
TV.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
You do speak some English.
Song-chul Park takes us to where he once lived with his sons, in a little house now nothing more than an overgrown field. He points out the defunct well where they got their water.
So did you drink from this well that was over here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, I drank this water. Everybody drank it. I cooked rice with it. It was part of our daily life.
Just over the fence, a few feet away, Camp Carroll, and a stream where Park would fish with his sons. Locals tell us in the past they've seen oil floating in this stream coming from the base. Now the obvious problem here is the crops growing right on the bank. The effects of Agent Orange exposure are well documented. The deadly herbicide has been linked to 15 different conditions, including birth defects, nerve disorders, and cancers, including leukemia. We thought it would take us days to find people that were sick in this village, but within just a few hours, we found what appears to be a pattern of sick children with leukemia. According to the Korean government's own statistics, between 2005 and 2009, the cancer death rates in the area around the military base were higher than the national average, as much as 17% higher. And the number of people dying from nervous system diseases was also well above the national average, as high as 73% higher.
We formed a team of doctors from Seoul, lawyers and residents.
Mon-ho Lee chairs a group of local businesses in town. He's launched his own study to find out why so many people are sick. He fears it's a result of drinking water contaminated from the base.
Back then, people had no idea the defoliant might be the cause. Right now, because of our research, we believe the defoliant is the reason, so we're shocked.
There used to be a well right here, and two families shared the water from that well. One child was born with disabilities and later died. The other died of leukemia. Both families blamed the water in that well, and the reason this is significant? Camp Carroll is just 200 yards down the road.
My son got sick in 1989, and he died in 1990.
Young Yi-Yu's son was just 19 when he died of leukemia.
At the time, everyone used the water from the well, so no one suspected it. Now I think the well might have caused the illness.
Yu says she burned all the photos of her son, except these few, because they're too painful to look at. And even now, a decade later, she's left wondering why her son got leukemia.
I think the defoliants caused it.
A very real fear for parents in this village. And for these sick children who are still too young to understand what they're battling, there is still hope. Just ask Dahi Bong. You've seen the physical and emotional toll of these so-called toxic secrets. And locals in South Korea tell CBS 5 Investigates it reaches even deeper, impacting their economy as well. We talked to several residents who say since the story broke, real estate prices have dwindled as well as produce sales. They tell us that's over worries of possible contamination from the water. One military base at the center of a firestorm, but it appears that's not the only place where toxic waste was dumped. What we uncovered, still ahead.